Hello everyone, Vanguard of Valor here, and welcome back. Here we are again with some Into the Breach with the Blitzkrieg mech team, and so far they've been serving us pretty well. We've gotten to our first two islands, and we're approaching Pinnacle Robotics next. These guys are going to be a little bit tough, because the Shell Scions, Crabs, and Chargers are going to be throwing some other problems into the mix for us. But hopefully we'll be able to make do. Our lightning mech is currently being piloted by Silica, who has the ability to attack twice if he doesn't move, which might not be amazing on him, but also might be great, because this upcoming area is covered in ice. And if we can double attack enemies on ice tiles, even if the damage isn't enough to kill them, they'll fall through, and that should kill them that way. So that should be a pretty good option for us. Prospero in the Hook mech also now has the 1 damage missile barrage. Hopefully we'll get that upgraded to 2 before too long, because that is what allows it to instantly kill Scions for us, which makes it a really good option if we're in a pickle. And we also have our Boulder mech with the Gemini missiles upgraded as much as we're going to probably get it for now, and overall this is going pretty well. So what are we going to do from here? Well, we're definitely going to Pinnacle Robotics, because Detritus Disposal's acid is always good to save for as late as you can, because that double damage is great. So let's head over here and see what we can do. We'll see what happens.
The humans employed at Pinnacle are just as important as the sentient machines. We must stop the Vec to save all life.
Alright, Pinnacle. What do we have here? Ooh, that's a pretty interesting setup here. We have a power cell over here through Pinnacle Garden. We have robotics repair for freezing and defending robots, and we have something else going on over here. I think what we're going to do is we're going to work our way through Pinnacle Garden, try and get the power cell, and then come back over this way. Freezing and defending robots seems a little bit hard with our lightning mech on the team, because those are probably going to be hostile robots that we have to keep frozen the whole time, and that might be a problem if attacking anything adjacent to them breaks the ice on them. As it stands, though, let's head to Pinnacle Garden and see what can happen here. I think we'll start with an easier one, maybe. Oh, lots of ice mines.
I calculate there are still 373 cryo mines in this area intended for pacification of hostile machines. Keep your scent cells on high.
Alright, well, we got a pile of mines. I don't know about 350 or 373, but there seem to be a bunch. Let's get in here and see what we can do. It's a lot of enemies right off the bat, though. Alpha Scorpion, Alpha Beetle, and Shell Scion. Thankfully... Ooh, what is this? Look at that. Why is he yellow? That's weird. Alright, well, let's... I don't know what that's all about, but that's weird. Let's get our team in position here. Block the way. And artillery. I might have to attack that. It's like a faint yellow glow there that's super weird. If I can afford to not attack something, we're gonna have to try. Alright, well that was not a super effective turn for them. First things first, we're going to definitely kill the Shell Scion. I could pull the Shell Scion into the ice, but that doesn't actually help me any. This is kind of an annoying start, actually. Because there's not really any way we can use our lightning mech in any significant capacity here. Silica can attack things. I wonder if I can attack ice on purpose. Doesn't look like it. I want to see what's in that. That's weird. I'm pretty sure they don't normally glow like that. Maybe they do. Maybe I'm just blind. I don't know. Well, so the theory here is we use the Boulder mech to kill the Shell Scion. Then I actually kind of want to break the ice on that guy, because if we do, then the Alpha Beetle attack will knock him into another freeze. So instead of thawing him and then immediately freezing him, it'll do damage to him and then freeze him again. So I think what we're going to do here is we're going to swing around with the Boulder mech. To take the armor off them that way. Is it worth using the missile barrage in this case. It doesn't do a whole lot of damage. The key is that it takes this guy down from 5 to 4, and that's not insignificant here. It breaks the ice off him, but he's going to knock himself back into the ice anyway, so it doesn't matter. Yeah, I think this is probably worth it. We're unlikely to get another Scion in this game. We don't kill a Scion anyway, so at least this way it damages this guy in case we need to kill him. It puts him back on the ice again, and that way we should be in good shape here moving forwards. I'm a little uncomfortable about the lightning mech here, but I'm going to see if it'll let me do this. It will not. Okay. We're going to have to break this with the boulder mech before we're done, though. I gotta find out what's in that, if there's anything. I have a feeling there's nothing, but I have to find out. Alright. Good attack there, friend. Knocks your ally right back into the ice. We can literally wall them in here, and they're going to have to go around the other way. That's kind of fun. The fact that there's a vulnerable spot here is not quite so good, though, and this is going to be a problem. That guy's at 5 HP, which means he's not really going to go down in any kind of easy way. We can also not really pull the Alpha Scorpion out of position, given the way he's placed. So, how are we going to deal with this, then? I can't kill him. Actually, I can kill him. The double attack saves the day, because I can attack this one. He's frozen. It'll break the ice and deal 2 damage to this one. It'll chain through here and hit him for 2. Then I can do it again, and it'll hit him, then him, and kill this one, chain through, and kill this guy. All I have to do is put Prospero here, and that actually lets us kill everything. That's kind of incredible. Only problem is I have to repair with Prospero if I do that. And I might have to Gemini missile the Alpha Crab because he's going to have 1 health left. But everything else gets killed. That's really cool. This is the only enemy they have spawning right now. Is there anything better that I can do? I don't think so. I think... Actually... No. I'm trying to think about other fancy things I could do. I could use the boulder mech to throw a boulder here instead, and that would mean that the Scorpion would get pushed into the crab, so it would be down to 4 HP, but then I can't attack it twice because the first shot kills the boulder and the Scorpion. Although, I could then move the hook mech in, and then I only get attacked once. That means I have less total damage taken, and it still kills the crab, because I can move... No, I'd take 2 damage still, because I'd have to move here and then pull him instead of moving here and then repairing. So it's going to be pretty similar either way we do it. Except this way we don't waste the Gemini missile shot, so that makes it pretty good. Alright, let's move Bethany over to here. Fire a boulder into this position. Take the lightning mech and zap the whole chain. That's such a cool thing, man. The kind of combos you can make here are so interesting. Pull him over and attack the chain again, killing every enemy. That's amazingly cool. Plus, that actually means we're going to have a really easy turn here, so I can test breaking that ice, just to see if I'm crazy or not. Alright. I don't actually know if I have a good way to do it. I might use a Gemini missile just for the heck of it, because we've killed everything else here, and this way at least we'll know what's in there. I mean, now that is what I call a good enemy turn, right? Alright, we're gonna have to probably move Prospero and heal. I'm gonna keep Silica over here. But I've gotta find out, does anything happen when we break this ice? Is it worth wasting one of these? Yeah, they only have... This is the last set of spawns anyway. What I should do... Can I move that far? I can't. I was gonna say, I should put them here, so they can block a spawn, but we're not gonna do that. We're just gonna break the ice. There's still something there. Strange object. You're not sure what this could be. Man, I've gotta know. I've gotta know. Alright, let's come over here and repair. I can't make it there with Silica, so we'll probably send there with Prospero next turn, because he can fly to it. I'm gonna come over here with Silica and block the spawn, just so we have slightly fewer enemies to worry about. There's no point in repairing, because I can't repair any damage. And we're gonna end our turn here and see what happens. I knew there wasn't normally a yellow spot there on the ice. Okay, this is kind of annoying. That's kind of annoying too, because that's going to hurt quite bad. That'll just kill me. So I don't know if I can justify doing this, but I have to find out what happens if I touch this thing. The unknown object is now broadcasting a signal. Interesting. It sucks that it's in the water, though. I can't stop in the water unless I'm okay with just getting hit by whatever this is, and I'm not okay with losing Prospero to this. Prospero can't kill it on its own. Now, what I could theoretically... No, I can't do that. Okay. If only there was a way to shoot a boulder at somebody in a way that didn't actually, hurt buildings. It's not that it's possible, because there's ice everywhere. How do we do this, then? This sucks. I've got to pick this thing up. There's no way I can leave this thing alone. But if I don't leave it alone, then we're dead here. I can push him back into this tile with a Gemini missile. And that way, his attack doesn't happen, and the Firefly's attack doesn't happen. But then the Alpha Scorpion still kills the Lightning Mech. What I could do... No, okay, I think I've got this. What we have to do is stand here with Bethany, missile the crab into the ice, blocking his attack. Then, we take Prospero, hook our mech out of the way, and use him to pick up the mysterious object. Okay. Whew, I think we did it. We managed to not take any damage, and we got the cool mystery thing. Alright, that'll do. End turn. We did it. What? We have an FTL sound from FTL, and a new pod showed up. Okay, I'm intrigued.
Excellent news. My prognosticator sub-process has dramatically increased the odds of our survival based on your victory.
What is this? We took less than 3 grid damage, we protected the emergency batteries, we protected the strange pod. What happens now? We got Kazath Plek Kilik. Okay, we have a Mantis character. We got a reactor core and a Mantis. It was a 2 damage melee attack instead of repairing. They get 1 extra mech movement. They're already close to max level. That's hilarious. Okay. How do we even use this, though? I love it, but I don't actually know if I can have a mech on this team that can't repair itself. I could maybe use it instead of Silica. But I think the double shot ability is better. I could put him on the boulder mech, but he's not going to be close enough to do anything. Like, I just don't know how to use this guy. He has to replace Prospero if we're going to use him. Because Prospero doesn't need that ability. The flying is good, but it's not necessarily vital. But that is... I can't not use him, but I don't know if it's a good idea to use him, is basically the problem we're dealing with right now. Like, we wouldn't have been able to make that amazing play last turn if it wasn't for Prospero's flying ability. So, I'm not convinced that I actually want to use this. But, oh man. That is so cool. Okay. We're gonna try him for at least 1 mission. I might have to go back to Prospero if the ability to fly winds up being... And repair. The ability to repair is so important on the hook mech. We might have to go back, but I'm gonna try him at least for 1 mission, because we've got to. Oh, defend the robots, no. Let me see if I can put this... I'm actually going to turn off the missile barrage here to turn on shield ally, because we might need that in this upcoming mission if we defend some robots. As long as they aren't aggressive robots. Let's take a look at the mission description. Oh, this is the mine layers. Okay.
Our sentient mine layers have lost I.O. and are attempting to run old routines. Protect these blind, helpless creatures.
That's gonna be 5 enemies and 2 mine layers, man. This is gonna be a bad time, but... Well, the missile barrage isn't gonna be good on this next mission anyway, because we don't want to be barraging our own robots. I don't think it targets them, because I think they are counted as friendly, which actually makes Shield Ally even better. The +5 health will help, the +2 health here will help mitigate the fact we can't repair. We'll try it out and see what happens. Let's go to AI training and give it our best shot here. Oh, we have to have a power to spend. Right, we got one because it was in that pod. Interesting. Okay. Where do I want to put that power then? I might put it into Silica's movement. I'm tempted to put it in Kazakplith's movement instead, since he no longer has the flying ability. That would at least give him more maneuverability on land. But giving Silica 4 movement is probably going to be pretty important so that we don't have to move as much. We can just take 1 movement to get where we need to be. Getting the extra damage would also be good, but there's no way we can get that right now. Okay, well then. I'm gonna put it into the extra movement on Silica, I think. I think that's gonna be pretty important. Let's get into AI training and see what we can do here. They're starting with the Shell Scions. That's not great news. We've got a lot of ice around the place. That might be helpful. We've got a Mantis Slash. Oh! That's really cool. It's an attack that damages and pushes, and it also frees you from being frozen. That makes that a really good ability for some of the other teams, I think. But let's get our guys in here and see what we can do to help. The fact that these two are pinned behind the enemy line is going to make it really hard for us to help them in the way I had planned. Because it means we can't really use the shield hook on them, because they're going to be stuck in this little space, and the enemies are probably going to converge on them. But let's see what we can do here to maybe not have this be a complete disaster. Also, the robotics lab, defense lab, is right in the middle of the enemy spawn. Alright, at least they're moving to give themselves some space. That's not a great start already. That's good, though. Okay, we've already got 2 of them frozen. That's pretty good. All we have to do is figure out how to deal with this guy now, because this Alpha Scorpion is right next to both of our mine layers, so we can't really do anything about them in there. As for the Shell Scion, we need to kill it off. I could theoretically use the hook mech to pull him in front here, but it'll still knock him into the buildings. That doesn't actually help us any. I can actually use the push attack on the Alpha Scorpion, because we have that claw attack that's actually potentially the best solution here, because we can knock this guy away. We can't kill him any other way. Nothing else we have does enough damage, but we can interfere with him in enough of a way to make it work. Now, if we are doing that, what can we do with the boulder mech here to make a difference? Because this guy is going to be a problem. We could bounce him off the defense lab, but that doesn't help us. So what other things could we do here? I think we actually have to use the hook mech to push this guy back. Which is amazing that that is the correct answer at this point. But before we do that, I want to see what we're doing over here first, because killing the Shell Scion means that does more damage, and means we have more other things to consider here. Now, it would be fun if we could drop a boulder in his way somehow and have that be significant. Like, I could put a boulder here and then move with the lightning mech to kill him, but that means we do nothing to the beetle of any significance. And that might be fine. I'm just trying to think if there's any better way to do it. We actually can't hit him with the Gemini missiles. And if I do hit him with the boulder mech, I have to stand in front here to stop his attack. And I actually can't hit him with the lightning because it'll chain through everything here. So I actually can't attack this guy with lightning. That makes this decision making a lot easier. So in that case, what we're probably going to do is move the lightning mech through to here, block this spawn, attack the shell scion, and then use the boulder mech to put a boulder in front here so that this guy can't do anything else this turn, and that way he doesn't damage this. I think that's probably the best maneuver here. Plus his attack should also break the ice when he hits it. I'm not sure exactly how that'll work, but we'll find out. So we move Silica through to here. Do we want to block the spawn right now? I think we do. The alternative, we take 1 damage either way. If we stop here and drop a boulder, the boulder gets knocked into us and we take a damage. If I stop here and attack him, then we block a spawn and we take a damage. I'm going to block the spawn for now. I think that's going to be better for us in the long run. Now we can come over here and Mantis slash the Scorpion out the way. There we go. That's so funny, though. Alright, and we're going to come over here. We're going to get closer in case we need to be able to do some other shenanigans later. I can't kill him because the rockets knock him into the building we need to protect, but I can at least stop him from doing anything significant by putting a rock in his path. Okay. These guys are really pinned in for space, but at least we can end our turn here without having any damage done so far. Sets the tile on fire, which is actually really nice. We block a spawn, they get a firefly. I don't think they can move through us, but they maybe can. Great, another frozen enemy. Interestingly enough, the boulder doesn't seem to damage the ice, or knocking the boulder off doesn't damage the ice, one of those two. As it stands, though, we can actually just stand here and attack this guy twice to kill him. That's kind of cool. The Alpha Firefly, though, isn't going to cooperate quite so nicely, because... Actually, I only have to attack him once and he'll fall through into the water. Interesting. The Alpha Firefly has a little too much health for us to easily disregard, though. We can let him attack to free the Alpha Beetle, but I'd rather he not be able to do that. I'd rather that beetle stay trapped. Now, is there a better way to do this? We could drop a boulder on him. That'll still break the ice and he'll still fall through. But if I move over here to attack, this shot does 3 damage and would kill me, and I can't do 5 damage in 1 turn with the lightning mech. I just can't do 5 damage in 1 turn at all. So the question is it better to move here with Kazakplithkilik, use the punch attack to knock him back 1 so he dashes back into the water, move over and hit him with a Gemini missile. I can't use the Gemini missile because that'll hit him too. I can't quite move over to this row. So I was thinking if I could stand here and Gemini him, then I could use the lightning mech to finish him off, because he'd be on 1 HP. But the Gemini missile will free the Alpha Beetle either way, which is not really what we want. I think we're going to use the hook mech to punch him with the Mantis ability. So, I was definitely complaining that I don't think this is going to be that good, and we have used it twice now in a very important position. The trick here is that when we use it, it doesn't actually knock him into the water because it knocks him back at the same time it breaks the ice, but his attack should immediately knock him into the water before he gets to us. Plus it only does 1 damage and we have armor, so it won't hurt us anyway. So, even though this is a very abnormal situation... It's a very handy ability, because now he's going into the water. As far as this goes, though... I imagine I'm going to want to move up and attack him with lightning. Does it benefit me to break the Alpha Beetle out so I can kill this thing directly? I think it does, because he's going to get broken out either way, but at least this way we kill him before he has a chance to do anything to us. We kill this one, I mean. We're still going to have 2 new spawns and an Alpha Beetle, but that could be a lot worse. So let's move over to here. Attack him. And unleash the Alpha Beetle. I'm not a super fan of this strategy, but if nothing else, we may be able to leave a mine in his path, so if he charges in this way, he'll freeze. Hopefully he'll hit the mine before he gets to the end of the route, but we'll find out, I guess. With that said, let's end our turn. Beetle goes into the water. We have a crab and another crab. Hopefully they move away from the defense building here. Perfect. Now you stay there. That was... I'm amazed that I was able to just tell them to do what I needed, and it worked. Because these guys are dead. I can give both of the kills to our mantis friend. Alright, because if I lightning twice, it'll bring these two down to 1 HP and kill the crab, and then the push from the mantis knocks them into each other and kills them both. Now, I could give the experience to Silica instead if I do the Mantis attack first, and that might be better, because Silica could use a level up that doesn't just have grid defense. So let's actually do Kazakh-Plethkilik's attack first so that he doesn't get the experience. And now... Oh, hang on, that's not actually a good plan, because now we lightning our whole team. That's fine. I don't need to keep the boulder mech here, I can move him out the way. Kazakh will take 2 damage. Does that matter? I don't really want to reset my turn if I can help it. Let's just move the boulder mech out the way, and then we're going to drop a boulder on one of these spawns after this. Presumably this one, because that one would knock the enemies into each other and break the ice. So let's just zap ourselves twice. Oh, only once. That's actually pretty good then, because that guy took more damage, so he dies faster. That's a pile of experience for Silica, which is really nice. Brings them much closer to being finished here. And yeah, that's that. That's no good, but this one works just fine. Now we just have one enemy coming in, and that shouldn't be too hard for us to deal with, especially because I can theoretically hook him into the range of the double lightning attack. Let's see what we're dealing with here. We have a firefly, alright. He's just going straight for us. Alright then, in that case, we're probably going to do exactly what I just said we are. I have the alternative of hitting him with a missile, but I think we are going to do this... Who do I want to kill him with? I actually have a couple of choices about how we want this to go down. If I hit him with a missile, I can kill him with the hook mech attack. I'm kind of okay with that. Alright, let's do that then. We will finish him with a punch from our hook mech, which now has mantis claws. That's so cool. Alright, and we are victorious. We can repair ourselves just for fun, and end our turn. Oh! Oh! That's really cool. Repairing triggers Silica's ability to act twice as well. Interesting. So you can actually repair twice in a turn if you need to, or attack and repair, or repair and attack. Interesting. Man, Silica is just such a cool pilot. Alright, we're gonna end our turn. That was really interesting. I was really unsure about the Mantis ability, but it turns out that's a pretty useful thing to have, in addition to the fact that you can have a full other set of gear.
With the wreck destroyed, we can safely attempt repairs on the machines. Thank you.
Alright. Very interesting. We got another power core. Where do I want to put that for now? I think I'm going to put that back into Silica again, because getting that damage up is really what we're working towards here, because that means we have some crazy damage potential with Silica's double chain for 6 total damage. So, we're going to put this into his health for now. And that should do the trick, I think. It would be cool to be able to potentially get more abilities on Kazakh Pleth, but... that's basically the question here. Is it more important to us to get the missile barrage up to 2 damage so that we can use it to kill off scions immediately? Or is it more important to us to get the 3 damage on the electric whip? I think at the moment, the 3 damage electric whip is a bigger deal because enemies tend to be clumped together, and this allows us to really shred high health enemies with this unit, which can currently only do 2 damage at a time. So in order to make Silica be as effective as possible, I think we need to put that power into him for now. So, that should do the trick. Alright, well, that was an interesting episode there, my friends. I was not expecting to see a mantis on board one of our ships so soon. Or tall, in fact. I don't know why I said so soon. Alright, well, let me know what you thought about that in the comments below. I look forward to hearing what you guys think. I wonder if there are more of these guys, or if it's just mantises. Because mantises were in the achievement icon, but I wonder if the other races are in the game too. Oh. I guess we'll find out in the future. Either way, until next time, thanks for watching, and bye-bye.